Hey guys, what's going on? James here, Xenolithix, and welcome to a little bit of a different video. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Krunker. If you guys haven't heard of it, it's basically just a first-person shooter that looks like Roblox, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I'm going to be playing Krunker today, and I'm on this parkour map. It's just called Fun Parkour, which is a really creative name. I've been playing this map on and off a lot. And every time you beat it, you get 30 KR, which is a currency in this game, and it's pretty good, actually. It's a very simple map, so I'm going to basically just be kind of walking through it today, and also kind of mildly speedrunning it, because I've played it so many times. This is a really fun map. So, if you guys do want to try this map out, I highly recommend it. It's very fun, and if you get good at it, it's a very easy 30 KR. This is one of the first cheese levels. You jump onto this pink cube. You can just walk. It's very, very easy. But yeah, it's just super fun. Here's another one. Hand not even on the mouse. Well, I might actually need a mouse, but yeah, you don't even need to jump. It's crazy. So there might actually be some people who hop into the game. We won't worry about them because they probably won't be able to catch up. Maybe. This one's a little tricky because you can walk off very easily, but you shouldn't have too much trouble. This one, you just walk off to the next ladder, no problem. You can choose to take your time like that, or you can jump a few ahead, but the timing for jumping is tricky. You want to make sure that on levels like this, you don't get stuck at the top of... I've actually tried walking around. You want to make sure that you never get stuck at the peak of that, because you'll get that annoying sound, which you're like on two conflicting planes, and yeah, it doesn't work out well. I'm going to try and do the fast strat for this level, which should be fairly simple. I tend to overjump. I tend to overjump the last one. Oops! There we go. Got it. Easy. So, sometimes these levels can be a little bit trial and error, but for the most part, it's very easy. This map doesn't get harder as you go. It's fairly simple. There are a few difficult levels, I think, but nothing too crazy. I mean, I haven't put in any sort of amount of time in this map, and I'm to the point where I can beat this map in about 15 to 20 minutes, which sounds like a lot, but it is 100 stages after all, so it does take a bit of time. Spheres, you don't want to underestimate the spheres, because as you can see, they are tripping me up way more than any other normal platform has. This one's easy, you just hug the wall. This is more simple wall jumps. Now this one is very easily cheesed because you can wall jump off these. So you can basically just keep spamming space and you're guaranteed to make it across. This is an invisible platform. As you can see, the platform disappears and you're supposed to use the line up there to help guide you. Or you can just look up at a certain angle and it reveals the path. Which is interesting because this is one of, I think, 5 invisible levels in this entire map. And the first 3 invisible levels work like that, where you can just look up and completely reveal the entire obstacle. But then there's 2 more at the end that don't work that way. So it's weird that it's inconsistent like that. But, you know, whatever. Maybe they intended that. I don't know. That one's easy. This is also normally trial and error, but I've memorized the pattern. It's yellow, red, orange, red. We'll have another memory test, but it's not that hard. This one is also another skip. This one looks hard because it looks like you're supposed to do a bunch of neos, but it is also not that difficult because if you get your angle right, which I have to get my angle right, there we go. You can just whiz past all of them. This one's simple when you know the pattern. I'd go green, purple, green. There's probably some other platforms that you can walk on, but basically the premise of that level is some of them you can walk on, some of them you can't walk on. Yeah, this is surprisingly one of the hardest levels. I know that sounds weird that I'm saying that, but that's just very tight. That's an annoying sound. It's just very tight jumps, so you basically just kind of have to be good there. There's normally not a whole lot of skill required. I mean, just look at this level. You got to avoid the pink squares, but it's just not that hard. This one looks difficult, but it's easily cheesed. You can just jump to this one, sneak around the corner, and then do it again. Keep in mind, though, that this isn't Minecraft. I tend to forget that sometimes. This isn't Minecraft. Holding shift to sneak does not prevent you from falling off an edge. So, you just gotta keep that in mind. Ah, yes. Here's our other memory test. I believe it's, yeah, orange, blue, yellow, orange, red. Yes, yellow, orange, red. Easy. Once again, another easy stage. Well, like I said, if I talked about all these stages being easy, we'd be here for a while. You'd have like $1 million if you had $1 every time I said this map was easy, because it's easy. Whoops. So as you notice, some of these are spinning. They don't really make much difference. So this is another one of the invisible levels that you can just look up and jump across. This one, they look like they bounce you high, but you can't actually skip any bounce platforms, which makes this level kind of slow. There's a lot of bounce levels like this, and some of them are just completely worthless. This one, you don't even have to jump. You can just walk across everything. It's kind of weird that you look like you're going to fall, and then it just glitches you to the top, but yeah. Don't even bother jumping there. You can just glitch to the top. This one looks difficult on paper, but it's fairly simple. You just jump here to the third one, and you just jump. You jump here, and you jump to this third one, and then you can make it to the platform. This is another one of those thin snake levels that they try to... Oops! Well, I messed up. This is another one of those thin snake levels that they try to get you to take slow. It's almost like if you do take it slow, you're worse off. This one is actually another one of the harder levels for me because I try to go fast. But I did a little slower. I've been able to do that faster, but I ain't picky. Like I said, this is why I said mild speedrun, because I'm not like try-harding to beat this as fast as I can, and of course I've had many deaths already. But I've played this map so many times because it's super fun and it's super easy. Here's another invisible level. You just jump to this square and you can make it. Super easy, no problem. You can jump to the platform from there. This level is also very difficult. You'd be surprised. The cylinders actually can trip you up a lot. You just have to make sure you jump. Again, more platforms you can skip. This one, you can kind of skip it, but it's a little bit trickier, so I just do it the normal way. If you hear this sound of the repeated landing, I guess, you're doing it wrong. You want to be standing in the middle of the X, so that way you don't get that sound, and it's easier to jump that way. Whoop! Alright, apparently I've got butter on my feet. You can actually, because of the weird glitchy... Because of the weird way that slopes work and they glitch you up, you can actually skip one color of jumps if you felt so inclined. Because like you can see there, I'm skipping all the green ones, like I just did. Alright, this is a bunch of doors. Can I sneak around? Yeah, it's a bunch of doors. Pattern is left, right, left, left, right, right. Again, that's just trial and error until you memorize the pattern. Whoa. No one saw that. And as you can see, in a matter of less than 10 minutes, we're over halfway through the map. Why am I taking this slow? There's also an interesting little cheese strat. If you can't actually beat a map, if you're having a little bit of trouble, the platform is actually a little bit lenient. As you can see there, I didn't land on the platform, but it still gave me the checkpoint. You have to basically touch the end of the platform, and you're basically guaranteed to get the checkpoint. It's fairly simple. This is another kind of complex one, except the platforms are rather thick, so it's not too bad. Whoops. So these little cylinders are actually spinning, as you can see here. But it's just a few jumps up to the red one, and then you can jump down to the platform. This one is simple wall jumps. Except for this one, which you have to wall jump off that tiny lip there. And then you can just jump to the platform. This one is, yet again, fairly simple if you're just cautious and avoid the pink goo, or whatever you want to call it. This is a bunch of Neo jumps. However, they're incredibly easy. They're laughably easy. I can do it in 2 jumps. This one is also easy to skip. Some of the jumps are difficult. You jump up to here, and then you're going to land for that one right there. And this bar should stop you. Then you jump onto it, and you can jump straight to the platform, and you're done. Alright, moving on. This is another one of the hardest levels, mainly just because it's a difficult platform. They're just tiny platforms. There's really no other reason for it. This is, again, more Neos, but it's incredibly easy to do. Don't mind that I just fell there. Because normally Neos are supposed to be kind of tight. These are very forgiving Neo jumps. And in fact, you could do 2 at once if you were good enough. Now this one, these are glass, so you can't actually wall jump off these. So you just have to get to the top blue one normally, and then you can jump down to the platform. More boosters. I mean, there's no challenge to that at all. More thin levels. This one is fairly simple because you can just fall off like I did. You jump, and then you can... I'm trying to explain the map here. You can wall jump, or do that, I guess. That works. Cool. This is easy because they don't get smaller. They're rotating, but it makes no difference. There we go. Same with this one. This one can be fun if you decide to take it slow. You can just ride the circles, but I'm speed running, so. This one, you just have to wait for the platforms. You can almost make that jump, but I usually tend to wait. This one is also a waiting game. You can almost just walk it and then make the jump. This one is also another spam spacebar to win, because you'll just wall jump immediately off of... Oops. You'll immediately wall jump off of the platform in front. There we go. There you go. More simple wall jumps. This one's a little bit harder than the other wall jump ones. There we go. Got it. This one is not. This is the first invisible level where it's not, where it doesn't show you. I actually find this one to be a little tricky because I tend to over jump. I always take this one at a time. I never try to skip. I can skip from that one to this one. That is possible. That is a jump you can make. I didn't do it there. Don't know why I didn't. Alright. This level can be very tricky, but there's a very simple secret to it. So I always jump to the second one. And if you look at these pixels here, I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but you can just line up the pixels so that it's straight. So there's no, like, pixels, and you just take your hand off the mouse, as you can see right here, and then you just make short hops. Make sure you don't over jump, and you're done. Simple. Here's another invisible level that you can't see the platforms no matter what you do, but it's incredibly easy. I'm making a fool of myself. When am I not, though? Welcome to my channel. Oh my god, I thought I just failed it again. Alright, this one, I've never done the normal way. I've never done the intended way. Because obviously you're meant to just wall jump, but you can also just wall jump onto the top of them and then just jump across. Done. This one, also very easy. The platforms are thin, but doesn't matter. This is just a simple Neo jump. Nothing crazy. This one is supposed to be a hard Neo. You can literally just jump over it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this was intended to be easy, but there's a lot of spaces where you could just completely cheese the map. So this one is Sphere Neos, where it can be a little bit tricky, except they give you a lot of room around the edge of the glass. I don't think I can make... Oh, I can make that. Whoops. It'd actually be kind of nice to have, like, an official timer to see how fast I can do... How fast I can jam my face into the wall. Dude, bro. Bro, what? Why am I bad? Alright. Try it again. Stop. Please stop ramming your face into the wall. Please stop. Please clap. We're 15 minutes in. Come on! I promise you this stage is not that hard. I promise you. I've done this so many times. There we go. I have to do this again. Thank you. This one tries to be an invisible level. It's too easy. These two levels are a literal fucking joke. Double booster. Great, you're done with that one. And a single booster, and you're done with that one. I don't understand. I literally don't understand why they have them in the game. This one is done. This one looks fairly difficult, but once again, it can be cheesed. Whoops. If you can actually get to the point where you can cheese it. So, you have to get onto this ledge, and then you jump around and hopefully land on that ledge. If you don't suck ass. If you even want to be even more careful, I'm sure you could. Yeah, like that. And then you just, obviously, wall jump up to the top. He's made a lot of these surfaces wall jumpable, which kind of prevents the difficulty. To me, this is probably the hardest level. It's near the end. It's probably the hardest level, but I've gotten better at it. Actually, I should showcase. You can just jump across this. Now, this is a very tight Neo. Need to kind of focus. Nope. 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 I'm good. I'm not doing good. Like I said, this is probably the hardest level. There we go. Just for that reason. This one is arguably harder because it has more jumps, but this last jump can be a little tricky. Easy though. Jump to the second one. Now you can do these Neos, but I don't. I just tap and sneak around the wall. I wasn't sneaking that time. So you have to be holding forward and facing to the left, because your character will then want to move to the left. And then you just keep tapping right until you sneak past the wall. Like that. You're kidding me. Come on. Also, not that it would matter, but I believe since these are glass, you can't wall jump off of them. Yeah. Again, not that it would matter because you can just jump across normally. Alright, let's not fail on the last jump, please. And there we go. Done. Free 30 KR. And we just did it in less than 20 minutes. So, obviously, like I said, if you're not that good at parkour in this game, especially, it does take a little bit of practice, especially for, like, the trial and error levels like that one, or the multiple doors, which I think is down there. So, aside from the trial and error levels, there's not a whole lot of skill involved. I mean, you can see those jump pad levels, they were just jump pads. So, if you guys want to play, it's a browser game. Just search up Krunker.io in your search bar, and you can play this game. You can download it to your computer, and it's going to be available on Steam soon. This is not like a sponsor or anything, but I'm just saying it's a super fun game. I think you should try it, and I think you should definitely try this map, because if you're in a crunch for KR, it's very easy once you get good at, like I said, less than 20 minutes, and even then I did very poorly that run. So, yeah. Make sure if you guys did enjoy this video that you hit the like button down below, and if you're new to the channel and have yet to do so, please also consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as it helps the channel grow. We've way surpassed 200 and we're still growing, so thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, apart from that, see you guys in the next video. Bye-nie!